Is there anything wrong with you being vegan? No. If you do it right, can you still thrive being vegan? Yes. But do you have to supplement in order for you to thrive being vegan? Yes. What's good, y'all? Dr.Trehunna. And for all my black queens, please stop going vegan or vegetarian. God damn. Today, what we're going to talk about is a vegetarian diet versus a vegan diet. What are the main components of these two? Why I don't advocate for anybody to go on the vegetarian diet. And what are the main things you need to supplement if you're even thinking about being vegetarian for X amount of time.
Hey guys,
My name's Michelle.
Anita, Sarah, Peyton, Talia, Jazz,
Marquita.
I'm a physique.
Product.
Period. You love to see.
What is the main reason why I don't advocate for anybody to go vegetarian or vegan? Is there anything wrong with you following this type of lifestyle? Let me be honest with y'all. No. The main reason why I don't like majority of people to go vegetarian or vegan, especially coming from an American background, is because we don't understand it. And because we don't understand it, we don't prepare for it the proper way. Majority of the studies that's getting pushed by the media is propaganda, and they're all getting pushed by somebody. Who? Right? Just like you was taught, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But if you actually Google who said breakfast is the most important meal of the day, you're going to see one name, Harvey Kellogg. Where do you hear Kellogg from? Cereal. So it kind of makes sense for me to teach you that breakfast is the most important meal of the day because my product is the thing that you're going to look for breakfast. Always a propaganda or a narrative getting pushed. It's just about, are you opposed to it or are you for it? The same thing applies with vegetarian and veganism, right? Is there anything wrong with you being vegetarian? No. Anything is better than you following a SAD or standard American diet. That's what it stands for, SAD. It's SAD for a reason. Why? Because your body's gonna be sad. You consume a whole lot of highly processed, highly palatable foods, and all the foods that you're eating is based off convenience. You're going to Starbucks, you're getting your little coffee, but now you're like, oh, I heard I need some protein, so I'm gonna get the egg bites. The egg bites is not the same as an egg. The egg bite has about 40-50% more calories in it than an actual egg. You know why? It is processed. I gotta add these extra things into this egg bite, so when you decide to eat it, it still tastes good. But then after that, you're at work, you're working remotely or whatever, and you grab chips, Doritos. But then after that, you grab your actual lunch, Subway. You get home, you need another snack because you're famished now, right? Doritos. Then right after that, you're having some juice with your meal. Probably have some protein, probably have some corn, probably have a green vegetable. And then you repeat. Every single day. But people nowadays don't think about food. So when you go vegetarian, because this is such a major shift in your life, you have to think about food. A lot of people, when they say, oh, I went vegetarian and my body, it just feels amazing. You know why they feel amazing? Because they're eating whole foods. They're eating actually real food, right? But two, they cut out a lot of processed foods. They cut out a lot of breads. They cut out a lot of grains. They cut out a lot of processed foods, some cereals, some chips. But because you cut out a lot of protein in your hair, your skin, your nails, your follicles, everything that you physically see right here is protein, now they start getting some deficiencies in things, such as heme iron. The main reason why a lot of vegetarians and vegans are anemic, because your body's not getting enough heme iron, and then you get that from protein, meat. And this is the thing that gives oxygen to your muscle cells and your red blood cells. You start noticing that you can't think as straight. You start having some cognitive impairment. Why? You're not giving your body any DHA or no EPA that you get from fish oil, right? And that helps your body with depression, anxiety. You have more mental acuity. You retaining information that you learned about, lowers your inflammation. All these things stem from DHA and EPA. This is what your brain needs for you to have a healthy brain. But you cut out salmon or you cut out seafood. You start noticing that your hair is starting to get a little bit brittle. You start noticing that your nails are starting to break off, right? That's because your body's not getting enough zinc. Nothing crazy. You're starting to have hypothyroidism. Is it because I'm not giving my body enough iodine or enough selenium? Two things that you naturally get if you had an omnivorous diet. All these things stem from people not planning properly when they go on the vegetarian vegan diet. You found a vegetarian diet versus somebody else found an omnivorous diet. And these two people are not eating processed foods. And these two people are following healthy habits. They're working out, they're not drinking every single day, they're actually getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, etc. Is the vegetarian person gonna live longer on average, than an omnivorous person. No. Believe it or not, the omnivorous person might actually live a little bit longer. You know why? They got more protein, and what usually takes people out in older age or geriatric states is what? Hip fractures, falls, immobility, grip strength. All these little things adds up in old age. But if you have less protein in your body, and your body once you get older gets anabolic resistant, which means what? Your body don't really want to grow once you get older. Not only that, it takes more protein when you get older for your body to do the exact same things to create this protein, to create your muscle cells. Not only not give your body adequate amount of protein because you're vegetarian, now instead of you being anabolic, you're naturally being catabolic, right? So you need more protein, not for your body to just stay upright, but you need more protein just for you to build muscle. And muscle is imperative once you get older. Actually do your own research, okay? But for all my people who still is like, you know what, Trey? I want to follow vegetarian because I actually believe that, we're not supposed to be eating animals, which is cool. Totally fine. Nothing crazy. I'm a part of the PETA committee. Hey, no harm, no foul. Panda paws. Here are the main things that I want you to make sure that you are supplementing with. That way you can thrive on a vegetarian or vegan diet. First things first, you need to have some B12. Vitamin B12, which is cobalamin, this actually allows your cells to regenerate energy, create more ATP through breaking down more fatty acids and amino acids, etc. That's why you heard that vitamin B12 helps your metabolism. Vitamin B12 is an integral part of your nervous system. So if you're not giving your body an adequate amount of vitamin B12, best believe you're going to start feeling it. You're going to start feeling a little bit more jitters. You're going to start noticing that you have more heart palpitations, little things like that. So you don't want to play that game. Make sure you are giving your body an adequate amount of vitamin B12. And if you're vegetarian, you can get it from nutritional yeast or anything that's fortified, or methylcobalamin, okay? That's the methylated version of vitamin B12. That means your body's going to be able to digest it a little bit better and it's more bioavailable for your body. Also, you might need some calcium. But if you're including some broccoli, some soybeans, or some spinach, you should be somewhat okay in your calcium area. You're definitely gonna need some creatine. Believe it or not, your body by itself makes its own form of creatine. It's actually called phosphocreatine. It's just the fact that our body don't produce enough where we don't need a supplement. You also might need some vitamin D. Main reason why is because we get majority of our vitamin D from, once again, dairy products, okay? So, if you cannot get some vitamin D from dairy products, it'll be in your best interest to make sure you get some vitamin D from where? The sun. Make sure you go walking. That's why you see a lot of vegetarian and vegans that are healthy. They are runners. They're people that's always active. At the end of the day, if you're going to follow this lifestyle, make sure you are paying attention to the people who are thriving in this lifestyle as well. If you're still trying to have some vitamin D in your diet as well, your best bet is going to be algae or mushrooms. A lot of people are not a big fan of mushrooms, but those are going to be your best bet. Another two, iron and zinc. And these two things are natural minerals that we get from meat products, right? But if you're gonna be vegan and vegetarian, these are two things you need to supplement. That's why a lot of people are anemic when they go vegetarian or vegan, is because they don't have enough heme iron in their bloodstream, and your body actually needs these things, Zinc is a part of your immune system and protein synthesis. So you actually need zinc as well. So majority of the foods, especially in a plant-based diet, have some things in it called phytates, such as beans and legumes. And phytates strips your minerals from the food that you're actually eating. So for instance, if you're having something that has a lot of phytic acid in it or phytates, it's gonna basically inhibit your body from actually absorbing some calcium, some magnesium, some iron, and some zinc. It's hard to tell you, but that's real. Last but not least, one of the precursors for your thyroid hormone to work right is gonna be iodine. Try to incorporate some like seaweed or kelp. At the end of the day, I don't want you to supplement with a whole lot of vitamins or things that come in a capsule or pill, right? I want you to be able to obtain these type of vitamins and minerals from the earth and naturally. It's really that simple. Last but not least, protein, okay? So make sure you're eating complete proteins if you're gonna be vegan or vegetarian. Now it's gonna be a little bit easier for a vegetarian because some vegetarians are ovo-vegetarian, which means that they incorporate a little bit of eggs, and some people are lacto-vegetarian, which means hey, sometimes we incorporate a little bit of milk and some cheeses too, So if you're gonna be vegan, all I'm gonna say is do it the right way. Please do not be the vegan that's saying, oh, I cut out all meats, but I'm still eating pizzas every single day, or I'm eating pastas every single day, or I'm eating crackers and cookies and grains. If you're gonna be vegan, do it the right way. Make sure you're eating dry spinach, dry hemp seeds. Dried chia seeds, I'm being facetious. You get the vibes. But make sure you're eating it the right way, okay? If you're gonna be vegetarian, make sure you still incorporate a little bit of eggs. Eggs is gonna be your best friend if you're gonna be vegetarian. But that's why you also see some vegans, after about 3 to 4 to even sometimes 6 months, they start having dreams of meat. That's your body letting you know, hey, we're deficient in something, but because you're following this sort of protocol, you're not getting to me naturally, you know? All humans are made to have plants and animals. Some prefer to have a little bit more plants than animals, just don't cut out animals altogether. And some people just said, F it, I'm not gonna have no plants at all because I heard plants is gonna kill me because they got defense mechanisms. But at the end of the day, we need some plants in our life too. Hopefully this helps for a lot of women who was thinking about being vegan. Oh, because I heard my friends is doing it and it's healthier for us. It's not healthy for you. You're not gonna live no longer you being vegan, especially if you're not doing it the right way. And just know, if you are doing the main tenets of a healthier lifestyle, such as you getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, y'all. You actually spending some time outside. You getting some vitamin D. You deciding to work out. You deciding to push yourself and you working out. You moving your body for at least 150 minutes a week. That's not a lot of minutes. That's only 30 minutes, 5 days. And you deciding to eat right and you having less processed foods on the average day, I promise you're gonna live as long as God wants you to live. Okay? So once again, if you're a queen who's still like, you know what, Trey, I still want to follow this vegetarian lifestyle, I want to challenge myself, then cool. Make sure you're supplementing with iodine, zinc, calcium, iron, any type of protein. You want complete protein, such as edamame is a complete protein. Hemp seeds is a complete protein. Lupin beans, Google that. Lupin beans, that's a complete protein. And you might actually need to have some protein powder day in and day out, every single day. You want to have whatever your body weight is, that many grams of protein per day. Simple. Docosahexaenoic acid, or DHA and EPA, okay, which is coming from fish oil, but you can get it from krill oil or algae oil. And last but not least, creatine. Hopefully y'all learned something today. That's your reset tip of the day. That's going to be C Snatch all the time. Know the summertime. Talk to you soon.